from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And we have a special Leading SA double feature today. At first, we have Community for Life Foundation talking about the program, what it does for our community, how you can get involved, how you can make a difference. And then at 8:30, we're talking to Jim Perschbach, the president and CEO of Port San Antonio, their billion-dollar reach, multi-billion-dollar reach across our community, and their international mark. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, you can post that right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. But for now, good morning. It is 8 o'clock. It is Sunday. It is March 3rd. Joined here with Sarah Spivey. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, a little muggy this morning, Max, but hey, it's going to end up being a pretty nice day regardless. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the visibility. You can see visibility is low, especially east of San Antonio toward Gonzales. Visibility down to 2.5 miles, but we are seeing lowered visibility in New Braunfels, Castroville, even up in Bernie. Perfect visibility would be 10 miles, and you can see that visibility is less than that in many spots. And even as I was coming in this morning, I saw some areas of mist earlier. But outside right now, a few peaks of sunshine. You can see how humid it is on the horizon. It's 65 degrees, but temperatures will be on the rise. In fact, by around noon, we'll be in the mid-70s, mostly cloudy skies, few peaks of sunshine here and there, and 79 for the high. South winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. In the week ahead, we do have small opportunities for rain. It's not going to be anything substantial, but it may cause you a bit of a nuisance as you're driving out and about around the city later on this week. I'll tell you what you need to know, especially for your Monday commute tomorrow, coming up in just a bit. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. If you live in and around San Antonio, it is an issue we talk about rather frequently. Road rage involving guns. And we have two terrifying situations to tell you about that transpired in just the last 18 hours. So the first happened around 2 p.m. yesterday. This is the intersection of Pleasanton Road and West Hutchins Place. Police on the scene telling us a woman called 911 saying a suspect pulled out a gun on her during an apparent case of road rage. That led to a chase and subsequent crash into multiple vehicles. You see all the damage on your screen. Luckily, those involved were able to escape with minor injuries. Then, what you see on your screen right now, this happened just before 11 last night. Police on the scene telling us another road rage incident led to one man being shot. Now, this actually unfolded at a Valero at the intersection in that area. Now, shots were fired. Both vehicles involved drove off. We do know one man in his 30s was shot in the leg, drove down the street, called 911. At last check, he was taken to the hospital. He's expected to recover. And as we gear up for the beginning of spring, colds, flus, they're on the rise here in Texas, especially in the San Antonio area. That's why doctors at Baylor Scott and White report comparing to the fall school semester, cases of the flu, they've tripled the last few months. Parents telling Texas health officials they've never seen their kids this sick. While flu season typically from December to February, the CDC says flu season can vary from year to year. And so far this semester, 12 school districts across the state, they've actually had to close for a period of time because of so many illnesses. And taking a look at the current cold and flu report for Texas from FluStar, San Antonio and Hill Country area all the way to Corpus Christi area, they're experiencing medium to high levels. Health officials strongly urging those who feel sick to stay home and stay away from others. Well, in your Texas news, a Texas judge in Travis County temporarily blocking State Attorney General Ken Paxton from enforcing an LGBTQ plus advocacy group to hand over information about transgender children who receive gender-affirming medical care. Now, the ruling comes just one day after PFLAG National went to court to stop Paxton's office from getting the data. In a statement this week, Paxton's office says the information is highly relevant to investigators into whether medical providers are committing insurance fraud and to get around the ban. The ACLU, which is representing PFLAG in court, says they're going to seek a permanent injunction on Paxton's demands so, quote, PFLAG can continue supporting its Texas members, end quote. A court date has been set for March 25th. Paxton says in his statement his office is committing to holding organizations that violate Texas law accountable. And back here at home, during a budget meeting just this weekend, San Antonio ISD superintendent says the district now forcing hundreds of jobs to end. He's cutting these jobs, and these include staff positions that will stop this upcoming fall semester. He says there's several reasons why, including enrollment continues to decline. They also say federal COVID-19 relief money, it's expiring, and there's a lack of new state funding in recent legislative sessions. He says the combination of all these reasons is putting SAISD in a shaky situation. District officials reveal at least 216 positions will be impacted. The majority of those being college-bound advisors, family engagement specialists, academic deans, and even special education positions. Well, we are Military City, USA, and the next generation of military service members live right here in San Antonio. Young men and women still in high school getting the chance to learn more about attending military academies at the U.S. Military Service Academy Day at Holmes High School. Students found out how the academies work, what makes each one different, and how to best prepare for the application process. Kieran Luke is a junior in high school and was there to learn more. He says he has tons of family members who are still serving our country.
To be honest, to me, that's amazing, and it influences my choice because I just want to be like them. They inspire me every day.
Now, Congressman Joaquin Castro hosts this event. This is actually the 6th time he's hosted the event for San Antonio students. And speaking of doing things for students in our community, since 2001, the Community for Life Foundation, they've provided food for those in need. They've provided mentorship for the youth. They provided life skill training for adults and thousands of dollars each and every year to help our future leaders of our community. I've seen firsthand how this has made such a big difference in so many people's lives, and in turn, it's changed our community for the good. And that's why joining us in today's Leading SA segment, the executive director of the program, Dr. Lawrence Scott. Dr. Scott, thank you so much for joining us today. So first and foremost,
Max, thank you.
Of course, I know Sunday mornings, never ideal to wake up and join, but we do appreciate it. You look very dapper.
Absolutely.
So for those who don't know about the program, what's the background?
Absolutely. So we're a 501c3 organization founded by Keith and Demetrius Graham, and we're endeavoring to equip and empower students to pursue their life's mission. So we want to help today's learners become tomorrow's leaders. So last year, because of corporate and private sponsors like Wells Fargo and now we're Covenant Church, we gave a record $70,000. Yes, $70,000 in scholarships in 1 year to deserving students. And this year we want to give $100,000. So, we're very excited. This is our 23rd year, and we want, again, to help people pursue their life's mission and help today's learners become tomorrow's leaders.
Gotta love that. So for families watching, they're probably interested. How can they get involved, whether it's donating or having their students become the future leaders of tomorrow?
Absolutely. You can go to our website. That's www.cflfoundation.org, and they can apply for our scholarships. And it starts March 15th. That's when we'll open up our scholarships, and the deadline will be all the way to June 7th. So we want to make sure you go ahead and apply. You just need must be under 26 of age for our general scholarship. We do have graduate scholarships and other content or career-based scholarships. A 250-word essay, 2 letters of recommendation, and we're looking for someone with a story of resilience, a clear purpose, and a mission to give back.
And speaking of mission, what is the organization's mission? Obviously, turning future leaders into tomorrow, but what exactly do you want this to do to our community?
Right. So, Max, listen, I was a 2003 recipient. So the goal is, again, to make sure you're not chasing the money, but you're chasing the mission. You're not chasing the purse, but you're chasing your purpose. So we want to get people to understand that Community for Life Foundation, we're not only giving scholarships. We fed over 25,000 people in our Oh Give Thanks initiative. We send care packages to our recipients. We do tutoring sessions, career college readiness sessions. And again, many of our scholarship recipients, like myself, are lawyers, doctors, teachers, administrators, executives, people that just want to make an indelible impact in the community. And so that's our mission. Our mission is to make sure that in perpetuity, we're making an indelible impact so that our kids, grandkids will feel the impact.
That is fantastic. And do you guys have any special events coming up that people can partake in?
Absolutely. We have an event, our Educational Excellence Scholarship Legacy of Learning Luncheon. That's going to be August 3rd at noon from San Antonio. It's going to be at San Antonio Airport Marriott. And again, we're trying to give $100,000. So, if you can go to our website, if you want to support us, please feel free. We're at www.cfl, not Canadian Football League, but www.cflfoundation.org. Please donate today. And please, in 2 weeks, we open up. Please apply for our scholarship and let's make an impact together.
All right, Dr. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you, Max, for having me.
And if anyone has any questions on the scholarship, how to partake, how to apply, we're going to have all that information on KSAT.com throughout the morning. Time now, 8:10, 65 degrees. Okay, Airbnb agrees people all over the nation are excited for this upcoming solar eclipse, something that we are very excited for here at KSAT, because remember, we are your eclipse authority. We're going to take a look at what people around Texas are planning. Sarah Spivey telling us how many days we have until the big day. Plus, obviously no eclipse out there right now, but the sun is out. Can't see too much from this angle, but what is the rest of the day going to look like? Yesterday was picture perfect. Are we going to see a repeat? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. Good morning and welcome back. According to Airbnb, the Hill Country region of Texas, just to the north of us, will be the most booked destination for viewing the upcoming solar eclipse. Airbnb reports the top places getting quickly booked up for April 8th includes Austin and the Texas Hill Country at number 1, followed by towns along the Pacific Coast in Mexico and Indianapolis. In the top 10 destinations, the only other Texas city, Dallas, coming in at number 6. About 1 million people expected to visit Texas to view the upcoming eclipse in one of the largest districts in the San Antonio and New Braunfels area, giving students and staff the day off for the solar eclipse. Comal ISD announcing this week everyone will be off on April 8th because 2/3 of the district is in the path of totality for the eclipse. Now, Comal ISD saying it'll be the last total solar eclipse for decades. They want everyone to enjoy it, adding there are also concerns about bringing students safely to and from schools because so many people are going to be visiting the eclipse.
Yeah,
Sarah, I know you're very excited.
We're very excited, but it's going to be interesting to see if other school districts follow suit leading up to the eclipse because, again, this is one of the areas that is going to be the most visited because climatologically speaking, or over the averages, we have the better chance across the nation to see clearer skies. So we won't know until we actually get to the week of what the weather's going to do, but it is going to be very busy regardless. And yes, we are 36 days away from the total solar eclipse, which will happen Monday, April 8th. The path of totality crossing through parts of San Antonio, the Hill Country, around 1:30 in the afternoon. And our eclipse fact for the day is that traffic is going to be crazy. Never park on the side of the road and make sure to watch out for onlookers during that time. Here's the path of totality from Eagle Pass to Del Rio through Uvalde, Hondo, Rock Springs, the Hill Country up to Kerrville. All of the city of Austin is going to be in the path of totality, but here in San Antonio, only half of the city will be in the path of totality. The northern half, the western half, we will keep you posted. April 8th, it is only 36 days away. Now today we have some clouds out there this morning. It's muggy, even some patchy mist and fog. We will see some sun by the lunch hour. Temperatures will be in the low 70s by then. And then in the afternoon, 79 for the high. Winds are going to be from the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And later on tonight, it's going to be pretty mild. Temperatures only in the low 70s this evening. Forecast highs today, 82 Del Rio, Eagle Pass, you'll be at 80, 85 in Laredo, 77 in Kerrville and in Canyon Lake, 80 in Pleasanton, 80 in Nixon Smiley, 78 in New Braunfels, 77 in Seguin, 77 in Bulverde and Bernie, 75 in Helotes, 79 in Uvalde, and 78 in Hondo. All right, the Texas Hill Country, not only one of the areas that's going to be looking at the solar eclipse, but we are currently one of the areas that is in the most extreme drought here across the state, from Hondo to Bandera to Kerrville, Fredericksburg, and Blanco. And again, when you look at the bigger picture, the San Antonio metro area, one of the areas that is experiencing the most intense drought around the state, that and El Paso area. We need rain, but we are just not going to be seeing beneficial rain this week. We have a chance for rain. It's just going to be very light in nature and pretty spotty. All of the precipitation around the nation is mainly focused around this big low pressure system in the northwest, and this is going to stay north of Texas, not bringing us any decent rainfall. Instead, what we're looking at is a pretty uniform upper level weather pattern, parallel lines to each other, call that zonal flow. It doesn't usually produce a lot of rain, and we do not have a ton of rain in the forecast. Tomorrow, though, we'll start off damp with areas of drizzle. It's just substantial rain, only a 30% chance for isolated showers in the afternoon, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. And here's a look at the futurecast here. You can see some some areas of drizzle for the morning commute, so a bit damp in the early morning hours. Then during the day, only 1 or 2 showers possible, with a higher chance for rain really going to be across areas in East Texas and in Louisiana. It's those areas that have a chance for severe weather. We're talking storms capable of hail and gusty winds. San Antonio is really on the tail end of that. I think, again, higher odds for storminess out to the east of San Antonio. Looking at that forecast, 74 tomorrow, again fairly cloudy throughout the day, so a couple of degrees cooler, but then we pop up in temperatures on Tuesday in the upper 80s. Wednesday's going to be warm too, isolated rain possible on Thursday and Friday. Front arrives just before the weekend. That'll set up a pretty nice weekend next weekend with chilly mornings in the 40s, cool afternoons in the 60s. Max, we've been talking about that fire complex in the Panhandle of Texas. It's very large, over 1 million acres. I'll show you updates to what's going on with that fire and even compare the size to what it would look like if it was over San Antonio. So stick around for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. Time now just about 8:20, 65 degrees. All right, a lot more to come here on GMSA. Up next, Wemby. Look at that. When you got the 2 possible rookies of the year going head to head and one clearly above the other, I mean, come on. Wemby has some great titles on the horizon, but what we're talking about next, an individual title, plus a preview of today's game as the Spurs take on the Pacers here at home. Still tickets on sale, just in case anyone's interested in going. All right, let's take a look at these lotto numbers. Pick 3, 0, 1, 7, Fireball 1. Daily 4, 2, 4, 7, 7, Fireball 3. Your cash 5, 12, 13, 18, 24, 32. Lotto Texas 2, 19, 39, 46, 48, 52. Here we go. Powerball 3, 18, 27, 36, 53. Powerball 12, Power Play 2. Good luck. We'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. Hey, go Spurs, go. Spurs prize Frenchman Wemby, the #1 overall pick, on track to finish his rookie year with one of the best stat lines in NBA history. He's averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, and he is a phenom to watch day in and day out. With just a month and a half left in the regular season, Wemby, the clear-cut favorite to win Rookie of the Year. Many agree the Rookie of the Year race between Wemby and Oklahoma City's Chet Holmgren, it's over after that spectacular month and spectacular individual performance Wemby had, especially against OKC right there, when you block your competitor and just take the ball from him, not a big deal. And in the last month, Wemby has accumulated first-of-the-kind numbers, more than 50 assists, 45 blocks, 25-plus three-pointers made, more than 20 steals. Obviously, individual success is great, but when you look at it in a vacuum and then expand out, it could mean great things for the San Antonio Spurs.
It's very important for me because it's, I'm convinced that, I am who I am. I'm in the organization, that trusts me. I'm convinced that the best way for me to help my team is by being also individually performing and, on a whole season. So so yes, individual awards like Rookie of the Year are very important for me.
I feel like it's been over, but night in, night out, the stuff that he does, the impact that he has on both ends of the floor, big shot after big block after whatever the case may be. He doesn't even act like a rookie. The shots that he shoots, the confidence that he has in his game is second to none.
Couldn't agree more. Second to none. Wemby developing at this crazy fast pace, and hopefully that means more success on the road for San Antonio. But here at home tonight, we are hosting the Indiana Pacers. Frostbank Center, 6 o'clock tip-off. Pacers coming off that tough 27-point loss at the Pelicans, so they're probably going to be a little hungry for a bounce-back win. All right, we are in the midst of the NFL Combine. Over to the Dallas Cowboys. Still a few months away from the start of the regular season, but the NFL is reporting one of the Dallas Cowboys' longest tenured players, All-Pro and All-Pro Bowler, left tackle Tyron Smith, expected to be a free agent. The 33-year-old has spent his entire career in a Cowboys uniform, has been a significant piece of the Cowboys' offensive line over the last 13 seasons. So we should expect to see Jerry Jones and the Cowboys in the market for a new blindside protector this offseason. Time now is 8:26, 66 degrees. A lot more to come here on GMSA, including one-on-one interview with Jim Perschbach, president and CEO of Port San Antonio, talking about all of the amazing things on the horizon and their mark internationally. for the name of San Antonio. We'll be right back. Good morning, welcome back, and happy Sunday. 8:30 this morning. It is March 3rd, and I love March in San Antonio, probably more than any other place in the world, because yesterday, picture perfect, and really is emblematic of what we see this season.
It is, it is. You know, today we are going to have a little more clouds. Of course, the weather is beautiful in the spring, but it also comes with spring allergies, Max. Yeah, there's a long list of allergens today in the pollen count. 6 in total. Molds, oak, hackberry, mulberry, ash, and elm are all present in low amounts, but that oak is starting to creep up there. As you know, oak season peaks in late March and early April, so it's right around the corner. Make sure you're taking all that allergy medicine. Outside right now, you can see the humidity on the horizon. It's noticeably muggy outside. Temperatures are in the mid-60s. We've got cloudy skies right now, but we will have a few peaks of sunshine today. And even though it will be a touch muggy, it's still going to be great outside. 73 at noon, 79 for the high temperature. South winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So yes, a bit warm and muggy today. In the week ahead, we have an opportunity for some rain, but here's the thing. Rainfall totals are not going to be substantial at all. So I'll show you when we can expect at least to turn on those windshield wipers a couple of times in the car. And I have an update on the Panhandle fires up in the Panhandle of Texas. And even comparing the size of the largest wildfire in Texas history, what would that be like if it was nearer to San Antonio? Those details on that fire and of course your forecast ahead. Max.
Thank you, Sarah. We have new details this morning about that deadly shooting on the city's northeast side that we first told you about on Thursday. San Antonio police say this man, 21-year-old Kia Dotson, is now in custody. He is facing a capital murder charge after a robbery behind a warehouse turned into a deadly shooting. However, as officers say, Dotson is not the only one involved. In fact, they need your help trying to find the second suspect. In this surveillance video, you can see the victim, 25-year-old Cesar Garcia, walking out of the warehouse. That's when Dotson and the second suspect approached the victim. Police say Garcia went up a flight of stairs and Dotson, along with the other suspect, then tried to rob him. Garcia seen fighting back, and that's when he was shot several times. A surveillance video also showing this black Hyundai Sonata. Police say this is actually the getaway vehicle from the robbery. If you have any information on the vehicle or the other suspect, you're asked to call the SAPD homicide unit. That number on the bottom of your screen in yellow, 210-207-7650. What Sarah was talking about earlier, tragic, deadly wildfires in the Panhandle. And as firefighters battle these raging fires, well, Governor Greg Abbott is calling for an investigation, trying to figure out how exactly they started. The Texas Tribune reports lawyers of affected landowners in that area. They're actually filing lawsuits against the energy business Xcel after investigators found one of the company's fallen power lines in tall grass near where the Smokehouse Creek fire started. Texas A&M Forest Service commander now working with the state of Texas investigating this possibility. Xcel has not responded to the comments. And Governor Greg Abbott says these fires in the Panhandle is unlike any previous disaster he's experienced in the state of Texas. Now, crews also dealing with 4 other fires near the Smokehouse Creek fire, all combining, forget this, almost 1.5 million acres of land burnt. According to the Texas A&M Forest Service website right now, the fire's still only about 15% contained. It's even crossed state lines. It is now in Oklahoma. Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller says about 500 structures have been destroyed, 2 people dead, and 120 miles of electrical lines burnt.
Means these people have no electricity. There's no water to pump for the livestock. There's no grass. The only thing some of these people have is the clothes on their back. So we desperately need to get them some help.
Miller adds those areas are in desperate need of hay. So if you're able to donate, you can actually head to texasagculture.gov. And as of now, HCB Chairman Charles Butt, they are donating $1 million to help firefighters and help people in that area deal with these blazes. This week, Governor Greg Abbott reiterating that he's currently planning on staying in Texas, run for re-election for governor. Now, this statement follows the former President Donald Trump's visit to the border, where during a joint interview with Governor Abbott, former President Donald Trump told the Texas Tribune Abbott is, quote, absolutely on the vice presidential shortlist, adding he is a spectacular man and was honored when he endorsed him for president just last year. Speaking of the vice presidential nomination and elections, just a few primary election reminders. Early voting, it has ended, but the polls will reopen on Election Day. That is this Tuesday, Super Tuesday, March 5th. We have all the information on voting locations, sample ballots, everything you need to know right now. Just head to the election section of KSAT.com. Back here at home, Port San Antonio is the Alamo City's largest and most dynamic technology and innovation campus. Not only does it make its mark in our community, but has a reputation and does business around the world. There's aerospace, defense, global logistics, manufacturing, cybersecurity, and of course, the huge education elements. There's also more than $5 billion in annual economic activity in our region alone. That's why joining us in today's Leading SA segment, Jim Perschbach, President and CEO of Port San Antonio. Good morning, Jim. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us.
Morning, Max. Thanks for having me.
So we can kind of see it right behind you, the Innovation Tower. I know that is what will be the new gem of Port SA. Can you tell us a little bit about it and give us a timeline?
Sure. It's really exciting. It's going to be not only the fanciest project we've ever built, we think it's going to be one of the nicest projects built in Texas. We expect this building to go up early part of next year. We're in the process right now of talking to some of the customers that have expressed interest in being in that building. And the one thing I want to emphasize is it's not just going to be a great place to work. It's going to be an icon for the community around it as well.
Fantastic. And it's interesting, Jim, because we've had this discussion before about people not really being interested in commercial real estate. So when you make this investment in our community and in Port San Antonio, what is the expectation of actually filling up the building?
Well, two things. One, right now, our vacancy rate on the campus is about 4%. When we have an office space come available, we'll have 6 or 7 companies talk to us. So we need space desperately. Well, this is also a building that is looking at the new way of working. So we're designing a lot of human factors into it. One thing I like to tell people, it's not going to have traditional bathroom stalls. Every bathroom is going to be private, making it so it's an environment that encourages people to not only come to the office, but to connect with each other, to collaborate, which is what we need for the types of technologies we're developing here.
It's kind of that flight to luxury.
Yep, exactly.
All right, speaking of flight, Standard Aero, the training program. Tell us what's going on over there.
Well, Standard Aero is doing fantastic things. They are one of the finest engine companies on the planet. They do everything from manufacture new engines to overhaul existing jet engines. And looking to find new talent, they have a program where if you've got technical aptitude, which really just means you can build a Lego set, over 16 weeks while they pay you, they can train you so that you can start within this industry. And it has been absolutely fantastic. I think they've had people from 18 to 60 go through that program, all of whom are starting to fill up some of the many hundreds of jobs that are available on this campus right now, as we keep adding 1,000, 2,000 jobs a year.
I think that's so important for some of the families watching, because it does give them that path to higher paying jobs in industries that need more support.
Absolutely. And it's something, we've put a lot of money into education for young people. Our goal is to get 1,500 net employable people coming out of the programs on this campus every year. But when there are also programs that are available for their caregivers, that's a wonderful opportunity as well. So we have jobs that are available for folks today. And a lot of them see these jobs when they come down for programs with the children they're looking after.
I'm glad you brought up children and student education, because Boeing, when we were at the port a couple months ago when Boeing opened this exhibit, it was amazing to see not only all the technology there and, of course, the simulations for all the planes, but just how involved the local students were. So how integral is this going to be for the future education and the future of jobs in San Antonio?
It is really, Jim's opinion, the most important thing that we do. The Area 21, the San Antonio Museum of Science and Technology, exists to show young people the opportunities that exist right here in their neighborhood. And Boeing has been just a wonderful corporate citizen in San Antonio for years. This is not only the first place in the world where they are showing their entire story, everything that Boeing does. but it provides a connectivity to jobs that are available on this campus and beyond. So if you haven't seen it, come on down. You can learn everything about aircraft interiors and design. You can fly a 787 or an FA-18. You can even fly a spaceship. So it's really exciting, and we can't thank Boeing enough for their investment in this community.
Speaking of flying, Jim, last time you were on the show, you talked about the possibility of flying taxis. For those who may have missed that segment, can you give us a little bit of background and how realistic this is for the immediate future?
Well, it is very realistic, and I need to make the disclaimer that I am on the state's Advanced Air Mobility Committee, and I chair the community engagement portion of that. But these electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft are going to change the way that we handle transportation within urban and rural areas. We are in the process of working on the regulatory scheme and the business use cases for these things. But don't be surprised if you're down at Port San Antonio and you see some of these things flying. In a couple of months, we're going to start clearing out the ground for what will be our consolidated aeronautical facilities and our first vertiport. So we are tremendously excited about it.
Okay, so the first vertiport is really only a few months away?
Well, it's more than a few months away, but we'll start clearing out the land. The challenge with these aircraft is not the technology side. It is the regulatory side, making sure that they can fly safely and effectively within low altitudes and close proximity to buildings and each other.
Okay. All right, last question for you. Look, over the last 6.5, 7 years, we have seen Port San Antonio grow exponentially. What does that growth look like from your perspective, and what comes next?
Well, over the past 6, 7 years that we've been talking, Max, there have been 8,000 jobs created on this campus, tons of new buildings that have gone up. I think almost 1 million square feet of new buildings and 7 million square feet of other real estate transactions. Our plan right now is to add another 12 to 18,000 jobs in San Antonio on this campus within the next 7 to 10 years. And making sure that we continue our investment in education and workforce development so that these great career opportunities are available to the people in San Antonio. And if we can keep doing that with some of our fantastic nonprofit and educational partners, working with the school districts and the other good folks in San Antonio, then this is going to elevate not just Port San Antonio, but our entire community.
All right, Jim Perschbach with Port San Antonio, thank you so much for your time this morning. Anyone who missed any of the interview or want to get involved in any capacity, we're going to have that information on the leading SA section of KSAT.com throughout the morning. Time now is 8:42, 66 degrees. Let's take a live look out at the Alamo City. Yesterday, remember, we started in the 40s. Today, we start, oh, I'm still here. There we go. Today, we're starting in the mid-60s. And not too much from this perspective. What is the rest of the day going to look like? Sarah Spivey is in. We're going to check in with her in just a few moments. Good morning and welcome back. More than 30 years of waiting. San Antonio visitors to the San Antonio Zoo get to see gorillas for the first time since 1990. Along with welcoming back gorillas, there's going to be a whole new exhibit called Congo Falls at San Antonio Zoo, calling this edition a significant milestone in the zoo's 110-year history. The project said to be complete by 2025, 35 years since the last gorilla was housed at the San Antonio Zoo. I know that this is a big project, a lot of funding, and honestly, a lot of fundraising gone on. We have a mutual friend, Kyle with the C, from the San Antonio Zoo. He's very excited about this.
Kyle with the C. He's been on science experiments with me, too, with Science there. But have you seen their new entrance?
No, I haven't been to the new entrance yet.
Absolutely gorgeous. There's a big gorilla on it.
Is today going to be a good day to go to the zoo?
It will. It'll be a little muggy, but it's always a good day to visit the zoo, of course.
Great point.
Let's go ahead and take a look, though, at the fires across the panhandle of Texas. This is, of course, the big story in the state. Here's a look at some of those burn scars there. Just north of, you can see this is the Smokehouse Creek fire, estimated 1.1 million acres. It's only 15% contained. The Smokehouse Creek fire is now the largest wildfire in Texas history, even surpassing the East Amarillo Complex fire. This fire is surrounded by a couple of fires like the Windy Deuce fire and the Grapevine Creek fire, also very large fires that are only 60% contained. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that Smokehouse Creek fire. Sometimes it can be a little difficult when you're looking at the panhandle to get an idea of how large that actually is. Well, if this Smokehouse Creek fire was over San Antonio, this is how big it would look. From Hondo through San Antonio out to Seguin, about 80 miles, spanning 80 miles there. Very large fire. And unfortunately, as we've explained, this has been a deadly fire for parts of the Panhandle, and fire danger is still very high today across the Panhandle. Still windy, still dry. Now, thankfully, around San Antonio, fire danger is a lot lower, but still across the Panhandle, they are going to be struggling to contain that fire even more today because of the very high fire danger. Now, back here at home, outside, it's in the mid-60s. It's cloudy. We do have some areas of patchy fog and mist. Generally, though, clouds are out there, and we'll only see a few peaks of sunshine today. So that's the biggest difference from yesterday, is that it's going to be a lot cloudier today, but still fairly nice when you consider that temperatures will warm into the upper 70s. 73 around noon, mostly cloudy. 79 for the high temperature this afternoon, and then later on tonight it's going to be mild, only getting down into the upper 60s by 9 o'clock. So a beautiful day. 79 in Poteet, 78 in Hondo, 77 in Kerrville, 80 in Bandera, 78 in New Braunfels, 77 in Gonzales, 79 in Uvalde, and 77 in Seguin. Rain chances this week are low, but they're there, especially tomorrow is going to start off damp with areas of drizzle. By Thursday and Friday, only a 30% chance for rain. So we have rain chances this week. It's just that it's not going to amount to much, unfortunately. Take a look at the futurecast. You can see drizzle early tomorrow morning, so plan ahead for the morning commute. A bit damp in places, and then during the day a few passing showers possible. You'll be lucky if you see 1/10 of an inch of or more likely only going to see trace amounts from the drizzle, with the higher rainfall totals expected over parts of Louisiana and parts of East Texas tomorrow. Again, we will have mainly cloudy skies, some dampness in the morning, high of only 74. With skies clearing, Tuesday's going to be a warm day. We're going to be close to 90 degrees in the afternoon. Wednesday in the 80s as well. Thursday and Friday, another opportunity for rain, although rainfall is not going to be that significant. And then a front moves through Friday into Saturday. That sets up a nice weekend next weekend. Mornings in the 40s, afternoons in the 60s. It's going to be pretty nice for the upcoming weekend. And then the spring forward where we lose an hour of sleep, which will not be so nice. It won't be so nice, but yeah, it is going to be a beautiful weekend next weekend. Thank you, Sarah. All right, time now, just about 8:52, 66 degrees. Let's take a quick live look out at the Alamo City roadways. We know a lot of people enjoying some family-friendly events, maybe headed to church, maybe headed back from church, maybe headed to the zoo. Everything looks like it is smooth sailing out there. Remember, we have the big construction projects at 1604 and I-10. It's going to be going on until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. If anything does pop up, we will keep you posted. But for now, we'll be right back. Good morning and welcome back. I alluded to this just a few moments ago, but a quick reminder. I-10 eastbound and 1604 near La Cantera closed. Also includes the cloverleaf ramps at I-10 eastbound. A second closure also underway along 1604 between Northwest Military Highway and 281. Both closures going on now until, like I said, 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. I know eventually it'll be great, but right now it's really difficult. It's adding like 20 minutes. We've got 6 allergens out there right now. All are low, but oak is slowly starting to creep up. Today we're going to get up to about 79 for the high. It's cloudy right now, but a few peaks of sunshine later on today. Tomorrow, some drizzle in the morning for your morning commute. 74 for the high. Warm on Tuesday. Another opportunity for rain on Thursday and Friday, but no big rainmakers, Max. No big rainmakers. No big rainmakers. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for watching. Happy birthday, Tiffany Huertas.